Alright, so hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm here with Jaycie, and she is going to be telling us about her incredible journey. So we're going to learn a little bit more about Jaycie. So Jaycie, thank you for being with us today.
It's a pleasure. Hi guys, I'm Jaycie. I've known India for a couple years now, and she's been amazing. A little bit about me: I grew up in church too, been believing in Christ ever since I was like pre-teens. Other than church, I've studied nutrition and dietetics. I went to school to become a registered dietitian. I just passed my exam about like a few months ago as a licensed registered dietitian. Just things that I love. I love to explore. I love to just show the beauty of nature, whether that's through people, through physical, like, you know, trees or like nature, and also like food. I love food, other than I'm like a nutrition major. And yeah, and just exploring the world, whether that is in another country or your own backyard. There's always places to explore, and I just love showing that.
I'm happy that you're here because yes, we have known each other for years, but when I tell you this girl has inspired me for years, she definitely has. She has told me without telling me directly, you got to get off your couch and do something outside of just watch Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus. She's the one to follow. I think that a lot of people are afraid to put themselves out there. I know a lot of that is because of finances, timing. Some people started families. They might be like, well, I don't have the free time to just go out and do what I want anymore. What would you say to someone who feels like it's just impossible for them to go out and step out and have faith?
Find something that you love, something that you're passionate about, and go after it. I always say, like, doing a little bit of effort is always better than doing nothing. You may say like, oh, I don't have the finances to, I don't know, start a business, or I don't have the finances to even explore or go to another country. But you have your own backyard, like you have your own city. There's so many places in your own town that you might not even know. And in terms of like businesses, even just start small. I had a friend, and I'm actually starting a clothing brand soon too. And so I know. So it took me years. Like, I'm telling you, it took me like 2 years. This idea has always been in my mind. But it wasn't until I had a friend that was always pushing me. They were like, Jaycie, okay, like, you want to do this, but like, how are you getting there? Like, are you doing any progress? Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm not doing anything. And they're like, all right, so like, just start. Like, look at prices, look at the brands you want, look at the quality, look at the texture, what do you want on it? And so that's exactly what I started doing. I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna order stuff for fun and see if I like quality. And that's what I started doing. And so just take small steps. Like, small steps are better than no steps in terms of what you want to do.
Support small business, support entrepreneurs. I can't remember where this quote came from, and I'm probably misquoting it, so forgive me for misquoting it, but a dream that's not carried out with action, it's just a dream, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, in order to actually see that dream manifest into something real, into something tangible, we have to do what it takes to make that happen. And so I'm glad you have that friend that like pushed you to say, hey, what are you gonna do? What steps are you gonna take?
Exactly.
So that's actually like awesome advice. So you have decided to do something completely different as of late, and I recently just found out about this. You want to do missions. Can you tell us where the inspiration for that came from?
Yeah. I would say, obviously, like, more than anything, this inspiration came from God, but also just the Lord leading me to the major that I'm in right now. So I studied nutrition and dietetics, and I've always wanted to do something with that in the nations. And so I pray, God, like, give me the desires of my heart, you know? And so this desire just came out of nowhere, where like I didn't really know what it looked like to do like nutrition and dietetics in the nations. Like, I had an idea, and I still have a lot of different ideas, but the one that's most like popular right now and the one that's highlighted right now is just like agriculture and farming. I did this track in my internship where it was just on that sustainability, agriculture, farming. And so I'm like, God, like it'd be so cool to just like do this for the nations. And so the Lord just started cultivating that dream, and he ultimately put me in the right hands of the right people that have this similar vision. And I'm like, all right, God, like nobody can stop this, you know. It's just something that was like given to me and handed to me. And so that's the ultimate dream. But right now I am going to do missions in Mexico for 6 months. And so that's like 3 months of discipleship training and then 3 months of outreach in Mexico and surrounding countries. And so I'm really excited about that. Honestly, I didn't think I'd be doing missions at this age. I thought that was something like later on in life for some reason, but yeah, it's sooner than I thought, and I'm excited.
It's huge, and I applaud you for it, I commend you for it, and I have so much respect for you for deciding that you're going to use your life to help somebody else. So kudos to you for that. I'm definitely going to be praying for you.
Thank you so much.
Another reason I love her, she's super humble. She's always going to give glory back to God, and honestly, that's just who she is as a person. So definitely make sure you continue to follow her on social media. I'm pretty sure you're going to still keep us posted.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Your decision to do missions, has it been a smooth sailing ride the whole time, or has it had its ups and downs?
It's had its ups and downs. My family, I think that it is difficult for them, for someone who's lived with my family like all their lives, and then like telling my family, oh, I'm gonna go to Mexico to do missions, and they're like, Jaycie, you're crazy. And I'm like, okay, yeah, like it is a little crazy. And I try to put myself in my parents' shoes at least, like, oh, I have a daughter that wants to do missions and she's leaving to Mexico for 6 months. It does sound a little crazy. Yeah, it was difficult in that sense because my family, it took a while for them to accept that. And of course, I don't want to leave on bad terms with my family, even though I know this is what the Lord wants. I just pray for peace over them, and the Lord has been doing that. Like ultimately, the Lord has placed peace about it, and that's what I'm so grateful for. Other than that, like financially, I don't have all the funds, but the Lord is providing. I had a conference this past week at my church, and a random person comes up to me. We went out to dinner actually with a few friends, and he was there. And I just started talking to him, and so the next day we started talking, and I started telling him that I'm going to YWAM. And turns out him and his wife have been praying because they felt that they wanted to sponsor 3 YWAMers. They already had one, and then when I told him that I'm going to YWAM, he's like, Jaycie, like you're the second person I want to sponsor. And so just like little things like that, like I know the Lord is providing, and just like random people coming up to me and they're like, hey, like how can I support you? Like people just handing me money. You know, it's incredible. Like I'm like, dang, sometimes I'm like, this is like real. And that's how I know like God is in this, because he's like supporting what I'm doing, even with people that I'm not completely like close with. And so yeah, it hasn't been smooth all the way, and I don't expect it to be smooth all the way, but once you like see things that you pray for, I do believe it is a sign to just like keep going, and that it's of the Lord. Even if people don't completely support you or agree with you, I do believe that you have to be sensitive to the voice of the Lord and what he's calling you to, you know, in every area. Like if the Lord is telling you to do something, he's telling you. He's not telling you the person next to you. He's not telling your family. He's not telling you like any other person. He's asking you to do it. And so it's your responsibility to like do that thing. And people are going to disagree with you. People are not going to support you or say otherwise. But the Lord is asking you to do something. And I would say like the biggest thing is obedience. Like follow the Lord, follow what he's saying and what he's asking of you. And like he'll take care of it.
Before you leave, I want people to know a little bit about Jaycie on a personal level. So what is your favorite food or foods?
Oh my gosh, my favorite food. So, okay. I would say like my top two like cuisines right now is Japanese and Peruvian food. Yes. So I love sushi, like anything sushi, just give me. But you know, I do love sushi. I just don't love the raw fish stuff. I'm not one to like order like the raw fish. I do like my stuff cooked. I will have like spicy tuna or like spicy salmon, which is still raw, but it's like crunchy with other stuff, not like completely raw. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Other than that, I love Peruvian food. Peruvian is amazing. I love the lomo. It's like the meat with the fries and the sauce.
Oh my gosh, my
and
favorite.
The rice and the so good, so good. And I love their ceviche. It's like a cooked fish. It's like a cooked raw fish and lemon.
Yeah.
I know it sounds a little, but it's so good. I love that. Me and my family, we grew up eating seafood, so we love seafood in my house. I eat everything seafood, and I think that's why like both cuisines include some type of seafood.
That's awesome. And, you know, our camera girl actually, she was like nodding when you were talking about Japanese food. This girl right here, she loves Japanese food. She loves sushi.
It's the best. Like, I went to Guatemala for 2 weeks, and I was like, all I could think about was sushi. Me and my sister were like, oh my god, we want sushi, we want sushi, we want sushi. But yeah, it's not gonna be the same over there. But yeah, that was like the first thing I had when I came back.
Yeah, sushi. Yeah. This girl actually said she wants to name her dog in the future Sushi.
Yeah, that's the best. That's the best. I love that. I've always wanted to like have a pet and name them something else.
Her dog's adorable, by the way.
Oh yeah, my dog. He's like a little lion.
He is. Actually, I love that dog. Every time I see him, I was like, oh my gosh, he's so adorable. I love him. Okay, so we got your favorite food.
Yes.
What's your favorite color?
Oh, my favorite color. So recently it's been like a cotton pink, like really light pink. But I like anything that's like what do you call it? Like pastels.
Nice.
Like greens, blues, pinks, yellows. Those colors are all beautiful.
If you could take a jetpack, let's say somebody just gave you a jetpack, and it's 100% safe, you know you're going to arrive safely to your destination, all right? Where would you travel to?
Oh my gosh. Travel to. That's hard. It's either between Greece or anywhere you could see the Northern Lights, because I think you could see them in several areas. Yeah, I've always wanted to see the Northern Lights. That's what I wanted to do last year, but then COVID happened and it never happened. I was like, this is not gonna happen. But yeah, either Greece or Northern Lights.
You know, it's funny, when I was a kid, I wanted to see the Northern Lights.
But like to see it just like naturally happen in the sky, like I can't even like think about it.
Yeah, I know. I was like, that's my bucket list before I die, Liz. She's talking about next year I'm gonna do it. And I'm like, oh, before I die, I want to see the Northern Lights. Think bigger, India. Think bigger. But no, that's awesome. And I hope you definitely see them.
Yes.
But thank you so much, Jaycie, for being on my channel, for joining me for this special segment. And I don't know where God's going to take you, but I already know because of your faith level and your willingness to just say, God, wherever you lead, I'm going to follow, that you're going to be good regardless.
I believe that, and I receive that. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Again, make sure you follow this girl on her social media, because I'm going to be sharing that. Until next time, as always, take care. And if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't liked, if you haven't looked through my videos, check them out. We got related videos coming up. Click them wherever they pop up. All right, take care, guys.